Hello class, for lesson 4 we will discuss the methods of measuring earned value. This is very important to understand up front when you do your initial planning so that your earned value milestones and your earned value planning is done as accurately as possible so as not to create errors in your variance calculations based on incorrect or planning that you weren't thinking ahead on how you were going to do earned value. So let's first talk about work packages and control accounts. Control accounts are at a very high WBS level and usually divided by major task functions such as engineering development of a specific piece of hardware or production build of a specific prototype subsystem so that you can accurately organize your work according to the work breakdown structure. Whereas work packages are within the control accounts, and those are specific functions that are being performed within that control account. Say, for instance, we're building a circuit board as part of a guidance section. Well, the work package would be that circuit board design, and then it would be milestone driven, such that the EV methodology within a control account has to be the same for that whole work package. So each control account opened on a rolling wave must have at least one work package defined, usually many of them. A rolling wave is used so that you can lay out an entire project, say 2-3 year project, and understand how the budget's allocated for the entire duration of the project. But you don't have to open the work packages within the control accounts until you get closer to needing to execute those. This way you don't have to plan very minute details of earned value milestones. So basically you have a control account, you have work packages assigned to it, but you don't have earned value milestones created yet for each of those work packages. So the rolling wave converts control account planning package at the summary level into control account work packages at the detailed level as you near the time in the IMS when those work packages need to be executed. The control account is the level at which earned value is planned, budgeted, and EV is measured and reported to management. The work package earned value is where you actually do the calculations, but then it rolls up into the control account for reporting to the customer and to program management. So therefore the work packages have the EV milestones. The control account is just a summary level of all the work packages within that control account. Sounds confusing, but it's not, and this is usually done by the control account manager, the CAM, who is usually certified by the company or finance to understand how to do control accounts, how to measure earned value, and how to report variances to a control account. Methods of measuring earned value in the control account must be objective for very accurate reporting. Multiple methods of measuring earned value can be included in a control account. However, each work package must be measured with only a single EV method. So if a work package is program management or quality management, that would be measured with LOE, and there would be no other earned value methods used within that same work package. So that's kind of an indication of how you divide up the work packages also. Earned value task increments. This is within the work package when you need to define small enough increments to understand how progress is being made within each reporting period, which is usually a month. So you would want milestones to complete within that month and not to drag out for multiple months where suddenly you're spending multiple months worth of funding and you realize you're nowhere near completing the milestone and it's gone too far for corrective action to be implemented. So you want small enough increments to measure within each reporting period. So therefore, each earned value task should be equal to or smaller than the reporting period. Customarily, monthly reporting is performed, and each EV task should be less than 160 hours in size. Now that assumes one person's working on the task. If you have a larger task of 400 hours, say that 5 people are working on, that's fine because the milestone will complete within that reporting period. So you'll be measuring in enough detail to understand when you have variances. Okay, so the methods of measuring earned value. First, there is a fixed formula method, and that would be a percent start, percent finish assigned to a particular task. I don't particularly like this because you're getting earned value on day one before you've done anything on that task. And then you're getting the rest of the earned value at the very end when you complete it. So you're not measuring in between. And basically you're getting, you'll see in how CPI is calculated, you're getting ahead at the front, and then you're eating away at that earned value because you have actuals without any additional earned value. So you start out good and you start degrading your CPI. I don't particularly like that method. So weighted milestones is next, and that's EV based on the completion of a discrete activity that is defined and then completed. This is what I like best. Very objective and measurable. At the end of the month, the cost account manager will come along and determine which milestones are completed and which are not, and he will put that into the spreadsheet for finance, and it will roll up into the control account. Very objective, very easy, ties directly to the IMS because every milestone should be in your integrated master schedule. So then we come to the percent complete method. Estimate percent completed at each reporting period. I don't like it simply because it uses the word estimate. It may not be accurate based on judgment of the team or the cost account manager that says, okay, I feel like that's 40% complete, so I'll claim 40% of that task as earned value. That's a little bit prone to gaming the system by claiming high earned value up front and then letting it degrade as you're actually working on the task until the point where you have 20% of the task are left to complete and you only have 5% of the budget. So now you're going to go negative. I don't like that method at all. It's too subjective. The next method is physical measurement, usually tied to hardware completion. So you have production hardware. I'm building 10 widgets a month, and I have planned value assigned to each of those 10 widgets, and as they're completed, I claim them complete and I get earned value for each widget. Very objective since it's tied to actual completions of M of N for the month. M of N meaning at the end of the month I planned, say, 10 widgets, I completed 8, so I have 8 of 10 completed for the month, and I'm essentially getting 80% of the earned value for that month. So that's also a good method. Apportioned effort next is assigned as a percentage of a discrete effort that is measurable. For example, manufacturing support of the hardware builds we just mentioned on a production line. There's a certain amount of engineering support, manufacturing engineering support that is funded, budgeted, is your planned value for each piece of hardware you complete. And as you complete that hardware on the production side, you claim the earned value on the manufacturing engineering side that was allocated for each piece of hardware. So in the previous example, I completed 8 of 10 pieces of hardware for that month, and I will get the manufacturing support earned value for those same 8 pieces of hardware out of 10. So that is also objective because it's tied to something that's very discrete and measurable. The last one is level of effort. And this can be valuable because there are certain tasks where you really can't allocate how much time you'll spend uh, for, say, supervision, for instance. I don't mean floor supervision because that can be apportioned, but supervision of engineers. And you're overseeing what they're working on, and you're helping them, and you're doing reviews, and you're doing some mentoring. Well, that's hard to figure out exactly what you're going to do at any given time. It's kind of an oversight task, and it is essentially a level of effort that you're going to apply to manage your engineering design team. Should not be more than 20% of the control account. Remember, it has to be 100% of the work package, but as far as how it rolls up into a control account, if more than 20% of the control account is level of effort work packages, that's a violation of customer rules on how to measure earned value because it skews your measurement accuracy. Say you have 80% level of effort and you're always on schedule for level of effort. Earned value equals the plan. If only the remaining 20% or 20% is discrete and you only complete half of that, then you're at 90% CPI for that month, but you've really only completed half of your discrete work. So if you're following along, you'll see that it skews your data by having too much gimme in the level of effort, and it kind of hides the discrete work that may or may not be getting done as planned. So next bullet, EV always equals planned value for an LOE effort work package, so there's never a schedule variance. However, there can be a cost variance if actual costs vary from the planned value. If you think about it, I have X number of people with X salary working level of effort on a work package. They can never be behind schedule because they're going to earn what was planned, but they can be over budget if the salaries are too high or if you bring in additional help. You assign too many people, you can wind up going over budget on an LOE package. So that is lesson 4 for this month, or for this week, I'm sorry, and I hope that explains how you measure earned value and how you assign work packages and control accounts with that earned value. Thank you. Have a great week, and I will be keeping in touch. Thank you.